Hey, what's up guys, TheJordude here, back again with another Legends of Runeterra video. Like I said in my previous video, we're moving on from Shadow Isles because I'm kind of bored of the deck. And playing this deck right now is Ezreal. It's a really fun deck actually. I hit Diamond the other day by playing Elusives. So since I can't drop out of Diamond, I wanted to test out some decks. Came across Ezreal and had a lot of fun with it. Probably one of the decks that I have the most fun currently in Legends of Runeterra and genuinely enjoy playing. So I'm going to be playing this for a couple of videos. It's a really fun deck, and it doesn't do too well against Shadow Isles in my opinion, because Shadow Isles can kind of just overwhelm you. But against decks like Elusives, you have a lot of removals. Even against Shadow Isles, you could remove the early game and get into the late game where you could get your Ezreal off. So it's a decent deck in the meta at the moment, I think, and with more people starting to play Elusives again, I think this deck could get even better. So the main purpose of this deck basically is to target enemy units 8 times to get your Ezreal evolved. And once Ezreal evolves, if you don't know, every time you play a spell, you do 2 damage to your opponent's Nexus. So you got a lot of cheap spells. You have things like Clump of Wumps, Chump Wump that gives you Mushroom Clouds into your hand, which are 1-cost burst spells. So they combo really well with the Ezreal. The good thing with cheap burst spells is that they trigger your Ezreal's to deal 2 damage effect, and your opponent can't react. You don't give your opponent time to react to it, so it's just instant 2 damage for a low cost. So once you get your Ezreal set up, you can pretty much OTK them. I would say OTK, like if you could get some chip damage early with your followers, then it helps out a lot. But usually the Ezreal could just finish off the game. Usually you get like 16 damage in. Plus cards like Mystic Shot and Get Excited could target your opponent's Nexus directly, so you can get extra burn damage from that. Oftentimes you use like your Mystic Shot to hit the Nexus, so it's like 2 mana to deal 4 damage. So yeah, it's pretty good. The rest of the deck is basically getting your Ezreal set up. So you, like I said, like Mystic Shot, Get Excited could target enemy followers to kill them. Really good against the aggro that we see right now in the meta. We also have some freeze abilities that kind of helps you get some value trades, or also just kind of stall out turns. That's why we see 3 copies of Harsh Winds as well. 1 copy of Avalanche, because this card doesn't do too well. Like, even though there's a lot of Elusives and the fearsome units, a lot of them do die to Avalanche. It's hard to time it because of this slow ability. And then of course they might have Deny, which could just kind of wreck you. Got just like target removal, Thermogenic Beam. Stag Shock is really nice. Deal 1 damage to 2 enemies, like Elusives or Spiders or something that have 1 health. Really good. Progress Day, you have to have 3 copies of this card, because you do start to run out low in cards because you're using so many cheap spells every turn. So you need Progress Day to restock your hand. Rummage is also a good way to cycle through your hand. Usually you discard like the Mushroom Clouds because they don't do anything until your Ezreal set up. Yeah, what else can I talk about in this deck? The followers are basically units that just enable Ezreal. Like, you're going to Frostbite it, deal 1, or give you some cheap spells. So yeah, that's pretty much the deck. Like I said, just basically stall out through the early mid game, just surviving, set up your Ezreal, then get a lot of Ezreal burn damage in to kill your opponent. This deck actually hit rank 1 in NA. I think it was NA, but yeah, basically I copied his deck. I had a version of the deck, but I'm going to try the rank 1 list because it's probably a little bit more fine-tuned than my original list was. And yeah, so if you enjoyed the video, guys, make sure you give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already for more Legends of Runeterra content. And let me know down below if you tried Ezreal up before and how you like it if you have. Ezreal could also be used with Heimerdinger control, which is also another deck that I want to try out in the near future. But yeah, let me know how you like Ezreal. If you would make changes to the deck, what would you do for that? And yeah, enjoy the games, guys. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Peace. Alright, we're playing against Ionia Demacia with only Zed as a champion. I assume it's just Elusive. The more common version of this list either runs like Fiora or Lucian as well, but he might just not have the champions, so it's understandable. Against Elusive, I'm kind of inclined to keep Avalanche here. If he doesn't have it like spell mana stocked up, I could probably avoid a deny. But yeah, we only have one copy of Avalanche in this deck. I think I would keep it in my hand, especially because I'm kind of passing the first 3 turns. I'm going to get spell mana for the Avalanche. Okay, Light Scout. Yeah, can't do anything about that here. Just going to hit me for 2. Next turn I could Mystic Shot something, but I think I'm just trying to Avalanche. Either way, I'm going to pass here, see if I could just stock up the spell mana. If he plays something, I might consider Thermogenic Beaming it, but...
TheJordude here's with me.
Like, this is actually... He's going to hit me for 4, which is kind of annoying. But I'm going to pass here. We'll see if he's greedy or not. I think you should just hit for 4. Yeah. Do I pass again? Or do I just play the Marksman possibly? The thing with the Avalanche, if I use Avalanche now, he just gets to play something after. If I pass now, he might just pass, save the mana. Yeah. I guess I'll Marksman here. That's why Avalanche is so awkward sometimes, just because the timings could be really hard. Radiant Strike, okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Gotcha.
I don't need to entreat now. I can entreat whenever I need. Whenever Ezreal is set up, basically. I guess this turn I'm going to attack first. The reason why I'm attacking is because I might as well, and also this gives him the pass on. This gives him the move next after the attack, so he might play like Shadow Assassin here, which then I could Avalanche. Again, the problem is he might have. I'm kind of tempted to. I can't just do nothing here. I'm wasting a lot of mana. If I use the Avalanche just to play something, I have 3 mana left though, so I could use the Thermogenic Beam as well. So maybe it's just fine to do Avalanche here, because I could deal with whatever he plays after. If he has a deny here, I think I'd rather just see the deny come out now. We still have some other removals. We lose our Marksman, but... Okay, we're forcing out a back-to-back here. This is actually pretty fine for me. I'm gonna Mystic Shot this as well, I guess. Actually, I might prefer using the Thermogenic Beam. The reason is that if I use Mystic Shot, like there's always this question. This question comes out a lot if I use it Beam or the Mystic Shot. Beam might get me bigger targets, but Mystic Shot is a lot more flexible. It doesn't take all my mana on the turn. And it's a fast spell. I'm gonna Beam here, I think. Because like if he plays like a 3 health unit, I could just Beam it. Yeah. Starting to get low on cards. The Marksman's pretty good here. We take 2. Fine. Try to snipe that.
Hear that? Can't afford to miss.
Wow, he doesn't have anything here. That's like what is his hand if he just doesn't play anything? That's an aggro deck. Like he just floated so much mana. He's going past here again. I'm going to just use my progress day. It doesn't seem like his hand seems really clunky. Like if he's just going to play a bunch of units now, it's fine. Okay, just passing. Wow. Okay. So I guess he might just have like a bunch of spells, or okay, he was waiting for to draw something for his mentor, I guess. Let's see, 3, 5, 7, 9. We could play the Chump Rump Wump. I think, yeah, it's fine. Our hand's full, but we're going to play something on their card anyways, probably like the Archer this turn. Like if he plays a Zed or an Elusive minion, we could just freeze it. This second Progress Day I do want to get down, but we're just gonna have to find like a good timing for it. I'm not too, can't remember what our Zed's at right now. We could try to get excited this, but I think I'd rather just Archer. Get excited, just too much ways he could counter it right now. Like he has 6 mana still. He can easily just buff his Zed, and then because this is a fast spell, he gets to use the next move, so he could just attack. He gets the shadow, so it's super risky to go for the get excited. I could go for the get excited now. And this kind of forces, but he's burning 3 mana anyways. I think it's fine. I might as well just hold this spell mana right now. Did we just attack with everything? I'm kind of fine with attacking with everything here.
Tell me where to aim.
If he takes a trade, I might use the Brittle Steel. We have enough. We have enough freeze in our hand for the Zeds, and I want to start getting my Ezreal out soon because our hand's like pretty good for Ezreal. He's kind of low on health. If he uses the Zed and buffs it, that could be a really good punish. We could punish him pretty hard. I assume he's just blocking here and taking 7. He goes down to 7 though, like he's almost dead. We have 5 damage on our hand, actually.
I am a true master.
Oh wow, okay. Well, this is a punish for him because I'm just going to harsh winds this. Yeah, that really sucks for him. I'm considering keeping my burn in my hand, but we're pushing 4, so he goes to 10. We just need 5 damage. I'm not too sure what our Ezreal's at right now. He only has 3 more mana left. He gets the rally, but I guess we'll see what he plays, and then we might use our spells to deal with his board a bit. Interesting. I don't really care about that, I guess. He could take my 3-1. He only has 1 mana left, so we could go to Zed right now. I think we should just go to Zed. Like, he's almost out of cards anyways. And we have Progress Day to just refill our hand after. Yeah, and that's just going to be conceded, yeah. We just ran out of resources. Alright, kind of similar to our previous opponent. Running a Zed Elusive deck, but this time he has the Fiora, kind of like what I was saying. Most versions of the decks run. I don't want to keep Get Excited in my opening hand because having to discard one is really rough. The Mystic Shot's fine. I don't need Harsh Winds. Questions if we want to keep the Sentry here. I don't really need it. But I guess it's just something to do early on. Because like, yeah, we could stack spell mana, but then if we just have a handful of spells and we can't use all of our mana, we just kind of float, actually waste mana, which is not good. Second Mystic Shot, that's pretty good here. I'm going to play the Sentry. He has seen on his turn too. Wow, okay. This turn he might have a Fiora. So, we're going to just attack here first. If he plays Fiora, okay.
To the shadows.
This is something I want, Mystic Shot. See if he... I mean, it's very easy for him to protect the Zed here with 3 spell mana, but he doesn't have anything. If he was able to protect the Zed, it would have been annoying, but I think we would have been able to eventually deal with it.
By my honor,
so there's the Fiora. If we have 6 mana right now, we could play the Marksman to poke the Fiora, so that way he can't get the trade on the Sentry without using a spell with it. We also have the freeze to back up the Sentry, so I do like this a lot.
Hear that?
It makes it really hard for his Fiora to challenge something right now. And if he's going to use a spell to protect the Fiora on the trade, first of all, we could just counter the trade with the flash freeze, or we could, if he just used all of his mana right now, we could kill it off with a spell. The question is if I want to use the Mystic Shot right now. I think I could just pass. I could use the Mystic Shot, like he didn't protect his Zed last time, so he might not have any protection on the Fiora, but he might have just been saving it for his Fiora. I kind of just want Progress Day pass. Progress Day on my turn is good because I could just chill. Next turn I'll have 6 mana, so I have freeze options and removal options. Yeah, I kind of like this. Nice draw. Picking up a Brittle Steel is really good here. Because now it just costs 0, so I could just use it anytime.
The finest blades for my lady.
I need only one to win.
Okay. The buff is kind of annoying. I could just freeze it.
I never hold back. Try
Of course he's not going to let me attack first. I guess we take the trade here. I'm also going to test out. I'm going to see what kind of options he has for his Fiora. This is also just going to use some of his mana. He's going to use some of his mana without really doing much, so. Repulse.
counter and strike.
So this pops the bubble. Honestly, I could Mystic Shot it again. Oh no, I could Static Shock it. If I Static Shock it, it pops the bubble, just hits it, and then that would kill the Fiora. So it would force him to have another spell on it. I don't have a follow-up to it, but if I use Mystic Shot, I only have 2 mana left anyways, and I can't do anything. So I might as well just use this Shock here. And I'm gonna poke the Blade Keeper. I could have used it on face, like Fiora and face, which seems a little bit more efficient with the Stack Shot, but I'm not sure if he's going to be able to buff up his Blade Keeper a little bit more. Okay. Okay, yeah, so he hit the deny here. It's fine.
Light the signal fire.
Fortunately, I don't have any other ways here. I'm gonna save the Archer this turn. I get to spell mana, so it's just fine. Don't really have much to do this turn. I'd like to be able to try to kill this. Maybe it's good now. It forces a spell, and if he has, rather than him trying to have it like an Air Blade Keeper. Because the follower buffs are annoying, so yeah, okay, we get a repulse out of this, which I'm totally happy with. Might as well use this. Ezreal's only halfway up. We do have enough targeting. We don't have much backup spells after it though. This is just going to hit me for 8 if I don't play a unit right now. I'm just going to play this Archer then.
A chill in the air.
Do I attack?
The order rewards
No.
faithful.
If I had attacked with it, I think I would want to play the Archer. But he only has 2 mana left. I think this attack goes through. Yeah, the attack goes through here. Health potion. Pretty annoying.
I will play my
I might go for the flash freeze on it. Yeah, the flash freeze here is fine. I don't think I need harsh winds right now. Save it for a better time.
counter and strike.
That's annoying. I think I have to just let it go though. Get the Eva on the Fiora. Fiora only needs 2 more.
Too
We
easy.
still have, we have 1 Wave Freezing. The Brittle Steel doesn't really work.
I got ways to find me mushroom.
Step lightly.
I'm not too worried about the Elusive killing me. I'm just worried about the Fiora killing me. He used up off his mana, so I could just safely play the Ezreal, I think, this turn. I just have to be a bit worried of Fiora killing my Ezreal on his next turn. We could actually set up the Ezreal right now. And how much damage do we have after? So if we use these 2, we have 8 mana. So 3, 6 mana. And that's going to be 4 spells. It's 8. Plus this is 11. I do want to get it going though.
The finest blades for my lady.
I need only 1 to win.
Fiora's so big. Yeah, I'm really scared of passing the turn because I don't know how to protect my Ezreal. I'm going to attack with this to see what happens. If he uses the Fiora, okay, we're able to get the 4 damage in. So now that we are able to get 4 damage in, let's see. Like I said, that's 8. We can actually set up lethal now, right? Because that's 8 plus 3 is 11. So I think we could just get the win.
They don't know what they're up
Ezreal's out. Ezreal's online.
Pay debt.
See what we draw off this rummage. See, so the only answer he could have to this is if he has Will of Ionia, and then I just probably got in the next turn.